Hey folks, Play18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 as Brazil. We're pushing into the United States very aggressively here, and actually feeling like now might be the time to make those victory point rushes. We were focused on grabbing iron for a long time here, but really, I think we might just be able to break the US if we apply pressure in exactly the right way. So we'd have to, a secondary little army coming over here, this teal army. It's got a long way to go, but it's got some offensively minded infantry as well as some heavy tanks, and that's not going to move quickly, but if we can take Chicago, which is worth 30 victory points, into Detroit here, which is worth 20, the US doesn't have a whole lot of national unity. We probably still have to grab something on the East Coast, but it's also going to cripple the supply pathing for the United States, because they'll have to go through Canada, and there's not a lot of infrastructure over here to run supplies over to their troops over in the West. So again, we're not really doing a victory point rush, I guess, in that scenario, but we are, like, smushing face in a pretty freaky way. All right, we got this guy. I sent him on a sort of an advanced mission here. He might find himself getting a bit cut off, but at the same time, we might be able to do a bit of cutting off. Still got plenty of invasions looking here, including this weird one on the West Coast, which kept centering over here, but it looks like it's a Canadian trooper that might be landing in San Francisco. So with that in mind, I don't know. What I'll probably do is grab one of these guys and strategically redeploy him to here, and then get ready to just fight back a bit. We still have pretty strong setups. Like, what are you doing? Where are you looking to go? It is San Francisco. Okay, and we didn't have our organization, but neither did they, luckily. So we're able to just bop them right back. That was risky, actually, for a second there. I mean, we wouldn't have killed it, because it wouldn't have killed us not having organization, but we would have failed to attack. Then we had to wait and then hopefully be able to recover after that. Okay, gold group. What's your front line anymore? Not much of one. Yeah, you've basically achieved your more recent goals. I'm going to go and turn this off and see. I'm not really interested in grabbing more and more up the coast here. If we're going to do anything... Well, I mean, we're going to keep fighting in the mountains, I guess, because we have Alpine troops. There we go. Now that's in red. Excellent. Probably. And steel produced 210. Yeah, okay. And we might be getting credit for part of this, too. I think it's just a weird display thing. We're definitely getting a whole bunch more steel produced than we used to. We still have a huge shortage, but we're getting credit for it, which is great. So we'd like to take, I think, the rest of Nevada here, just to ensure that we get all of the steel production out of that. So gold group, that is going to be your offensive line. It's going to be pushed to the other side of Nevada, please and thank you. So get started on that. And yeah, just hold that for now. Denying more bases in the Pacific, which, I don't know, it'd be nice if the Soviet Union came over. I mean, I know they probably don't have a navy, therefore they can't get the naval superiority to go and do that invasion, but man, it would be handy. Although, honestly, if they just keep the US busy over here, that's not so bad either. Wonder what the casualties are like. US has lost 1.5 million. Soviet Union has lost 3 million. I've lost almost 1 million over here. We still have another manpower law that we could change, so we could get a lot more manpower out of this if we needed to. So that's nice to see. You're going to finish off this area. We've got Narlands. That's also going to simplify our front a little bit, which is great to see. And how's this teal group? Have they reached the front? I think there was one teal that was already there. Yeah, some of them have. Okay, and some of them are still on their way. Meanwhile, no real invasions. No real invasions. We've got some extra Coast Guard units, which... I think, or National Guard, or something, I don't know. I'm going to send to LA and San Francisco. Excellent. Oh, we got some free military factories. What are we most short on? Still infantry equipment, mostly because we still didn't have the steel. But I think it's probably worth going and starting another run of these guys. Just adding it to the bottom of the queue to use some of our extra factories. They're not even damaged. This is sick. Sick what we're grabbing over here. I want to check over here. We don't need the MPs right now. I don't think I need to rush out this extra Coast Guard. Actually, he's about to pop. And these tanks, can't even deploy them because they don't have their 20% yet. When we do deploy them, we'll probably add them to Group Teal, but we'll hold off on them for a little bit. Let's see how we go. Yeah, you guys are moving up there. Oh, I should have, strategically redeployed to here. Split you in half. Strategically redeploy to here. Oh, I turned that off. There we go. You'll get your butt up here a lot faster. There's tanks here, but I'm sure we can just push that back. Excellent. And what about that? Yeah. There you go. Just simplify that line. Making progress towards Chicago? Absolutely. Meanwhile, why don't you go and grab a little bit over there? It's going to be a little overextendy. I'm not convinced it's bad. How's that? Oh, we lost one of our aces. Oh, we can actually make that push. Nice. Now this is going to lead to some pretty dirty borders over here, but after you're done that, go and do something like that. And what I'm actually going to do with Team Red, rather than tell it to push directly up there, I'm going to encourage it to just push out east. Team Teal is going to make a beeline for this, add some extra pressure, but overall we're trying to move eastwards in some fashion. More encoding done. Tempted to grab excavation. Very tempted. They're all the same, right? Let's get a little more resources. It's mostly steel that we need, but everything is like a little bit of trade. It's all for the greater glory of the Soviet Party. Communist Party. No, that's a little bit too overeager. But what about here? That's what I thought. New ace. They're trying to counterattack ineffectually. Naval Bomber 3. Let me get right back to you. I'm going to go and bop these guys. So first of all, change the production for our naval bombers. I'm not going to spend any XP on them. Naval Bomber 3. Lovely. Lots of upgrades waiting. We're not using them all as is, and we get some new technology. I could double up on this. If I think it's a good idea, I probably should. It takes a long time, though. Jesus. 44, night vision, mechanized. Let's finish up our Alpine. We've got a lot of them. Getting the extra organization would be handy. It doesn't necessarily help us that much, but let's see what we can do. Every little battle we win is a little something. It's moral victory. You attack there, and you assist. Okay, you were doing that automatically. Great stuff. Be nice to get a nice straight line over here, wouldn't it? You attack there. You assist. That nice straight line. Remove some of this border gore that we're dealing with. You got stopped there, but I'm willing to bet you can keep pushing. And you're going to push that way, which is good. A little strategic redeployment. What's going on? Okay, that was a long little delay. Wasn't even an autosave. Got me a little concerned. I have been playing... you guys don't know this. I don't know what episode this is, but I've recorded like something like 10 episodes today. Hold on, let me see here. 16, so this would be episode 17. Yeah, so I've recorded 9 episodes. This is my 9th episode of the day. Just like way into this game right now. Like, must kill all. Conquer everything. Alright, got that push, got this push. Yeah, I still need a little bit of babysitting here. With such thin troops, it's really brutal. But yeah, we can just keep bopping this guy over and over and over. What am I going to do about Florida? I'm betting there's nothing down there. I'm not entirely sure that this is going to, you know, lead to anything except my guy being cut off somewhere along the way. But we're going to try to do a bit of a slow march there. Because that'll, again, just... It's perfectly fine, easy little border to deal with. Okay, there's our decryption tech, which is great. At that, let's go ahead and get the night vision, because that affects us, what, 1/3 of the time? I think we spend 1/3 of our time at night. And I think it's fixed. I don't think the longitude and latitude or whatever modifies it, but I'm wrong. I mean, there's a time zone kind of thing, but I'm not sure if night is longer up north. It probably is. I mean, you would hope so. The visual, right, sweep, certainly makes it look like it is. Depending on the time of year. Right now, there's like, so it'd be longer night down here. But yeah, I'm not sure. No invasions I'm missing, right? Nope, everything is good. Excellent. Everything is good over here. Yep, excellent. Good. And, you know what? We might be able to do a wee bit of surroundy stuff here if I'm willing to make some YOLO moves. I mean, there's a bunch of undefended stuff over here, but they've got nothing to fight back against it. Actually, I'm actually wondering about sending some cavalry up here to just sweep through this. We're going to have nothing, no cavalry near the front, but we could. Hell, there's probably... You see, these MPs are ready to go. Which you spawn down here. Also, new Coast Guard. I'll leave you there for now. I'm going to go ahead and strategically redeploy you up to here. And then when you get there, maybe we'll use you for something. I don't know. That's going to do that, yeah. Which is good. Over here, we're still working to take this. Let's take that a little faster. And you go up there. All these units have been broken. They're just like non-stop on the run. Which is nice. So it'll help us simplify these borders too. Keep them straight lines going on. Like, what is this little wart here? Deal with that. Thank you. So yeah, you're going to keep doing that, which I think is fine. That's just going to be basically free territory gain over here. How is the U.S. doing? United States? No, you're only 50% of the way. We haven't grabbed any of the things worth a lot of victory points at this point. Could send someone just to do a crazy run up to Washington. We'll see how far we get. Grab a few of these little victory points along the way. I suspect there's not going to be anything defending down here. So if we can get the cavalry up, they could sweep through and clean up a lot of this territory for us. And that would be very helpful. You guys are doing that. Gold group, you've basically achieved your goals. So, see if you can push up to Seattle through these mountains. And this is what you're good at. Mountain fighting. Might not be able to, I don't know. What's this? Oh, it's Salt Lake City. The Great Salt Lake. This is the place, right? That's what they said. That's the famous quote. This is the place. Hello. Well, I sound like James May. Yeah, you just keep them busy while we cut them off over here. Wop wop, encircled. Alright. Man, am I happy I've been building infrastructure this whole way up. It's been very good for us. Very good for us indeed. Push back, push back. You're not moving, right? So you could do something like this. Legionary Romania join the Axis. Alright. You make sure to clear that out so that no one stays busy, guarding that, because that would be kind of silly and pointless. Blue group, still moving forward. Blue, I told you to be super aggro? Go and be super aggro. And I'm going to shrink down your front here. So you focus a little bit more. We're going to see if we can't split the U.S. in half. Wow, I mean, population-wise, that actually might be about splitting the U.S. in half. I know that California is very populated, but other than that, I don't know. How's your production going? What am I looking for? Trade, steel, still at 210. Okay. Oh, I'm paused. I'm like, nothing's happening. Right. You gotta unpause the game for things to happen. You guys are moving back over there. The fronts are getting very long, so there's going to be a lot of this back and forth shuffling, which isn't good. I could go and simplify the fronts, which would help the AI make relatively smarter decisions. But, I don't know, we're okay for now. Nothing going on down here? Nope, nope, nope. We're good. Excellent. Still never have a naval presence, but that's okay. Tanks are surviving. Now the design is not stupid. We could throw some more green tanks in here. Let's do it. 9 divisions. Excellent. That's what I'm looking for. I mean, it'll take a while for the tanks to get there. Ah! Cavalry. So I'm going to make a little squad here so that I can keep track of you. Your job is going to be to do these little victory point things. Deselect you. Do that. Deselect you. Do that. I mean, I know I already have infantry along the way here, but their speed is going to be... The cavalry speed should be really, really good. They have the MPs. They don't have artillery or anything to slow them down. I think the MPs will slow down the cavalry a little bit from their base speed, but not much. we go. Catch these guys before they can run away. Oh, they'll still run away. But then I think we will go and just bop them when they arrive there, so that's going to be fine. Ace pilot promoted. Excellent. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and tell these guys that they can actually go and start to be super aggro. We may have to babysit them a little bit, but it's probably going to be fine. Still, the question after this is, do we go after the Axis? Well, part of me wants to own the entirety of the Americas, and El Salvador is going to be this tiny little stain on my perfect ownership of the continent of the Americas. So I don't know. On the other hand, a big part of me wants to start a brand new campaign with the 1.2 patch because there's a lot of starting circumstances that are different here. Of course, we started on 1.1. It'll be interesting to see. This would have been a good job for Cavalry, by the way, but I already had this guy queued up, so I'm just going to leave him be. Oh, no! That's not what we want to see at all. That's what happens when you make these sort of crazy YOLO moves. You do have to babysit them a little bit to make sure that no one gets completely cut off. Because if he's forced to run away here, he will not have friendly terrain to run to. But as soon as I do this, he will have somewhere safe to run to. I just need to complete this move. And someone moved into there, so that's going to mess that up. Come on. Complete your move. Well, if he dies, he dies. Haven't been particularly caring general this whole time. Hold on. Nope, you're gonna get bopped. Ah. So the cavalry, I don't mind that happening for, but these infantry divisions actually would be nice if that did not happen to them. This guy should be totally safe though, so that's gonna be okay. And no one else is overextended to that level, so that's gonna be fine. A fair amount of military experience when we do get our modern tanks, which I think you can start researching in 45. We should be able to give them some pretty significant upgrades. We do, I think, have the tech for heavy tanks 3, actually, and we never switched over. No, we don't. Never mind. Guess not. Yeah, we could have, because I think it's a 43 tech. But I wasn't necessarily planning on building that. I was mostly planning on just, like, beaming straight through to the moderns. But maybe the tank 3s would have been good. I don't know. It doesn't really matter too much. You go and grab that and do that. Oh, we missed a spot. Yeah, do this, that. Then up here. There we are. Again, really a good job for cavalry, but that's alright. Speaking of, are these guys all moving? No. You stopped. Take that. And you here too. Why don't you come down here? Actually, and help cover that stuff since they're, well, I mean, they're not really defending, but they're defending-ish. Free military factories. More tanks? No, we really, you know what? More infantry equipment. Blam. I mean, we still don't have steel, but, you know, whatever. That's still the thing we need the most of. No, we have a surplus of everything. Oh. Okay, they're older weapons that have been upgraded, but at least we're not out anymore. That's great. We still want to upgrade a lot more people to the new weapons. Which probably means I shouldn't start, you know, mass producing all the other things. Oh, they do have a few units back here. Okay, stop. Stop and pull back. Don't want someone to, like, come and cut you off here. Now, these guys are cut off. Well, they do have a port, so they can get some supplies in, so they're going to be okay. Bum, bum, bum. Approaching Chicago. Whoa, oh. You're going to push back there, too. No one's attacking over here, though. They are now. I mean, we've won, but the question is how long is it going to take us to move into that place to save them? I'm thinking the U.S. may have pulled back a bunch of troops. Because I feel like I'm seeing a lot more tanks and things than before. That was weird pathing. What the hell's going on there with the arrows? What? Whoa! Oh, because... Right. Because it was too far zoomed out. They weren't actually all sitting in the same place. Okay. Fair enough. That guy's cut off too, but no one's attacking him right now, so that's okay. Looks like we've joined that, which is great. You're going to finish this, which is okay. Alright. We're alright. Fill in these gaps. You're going to pull back to there. And you're punching through that way, which is fine. Well, cavalry unit, there's a lot that aren't moving right now. I'm just going to, like, every now and again with the cavalry, I'm just going to just right-click anyone who's not in combat. Just right-click on Washington. Or not. Okay, deselect you who's in combat. Right-click on Washington. Why? Alright, you. Oh, one actually got wiped out somewhere. Well, alright. I don't care about these guys. That could have been a little bit risky, but we're okay. Trying to rush things way too much here. Finish that attack, and then move down here to clean this up. Come on. Oh, okay. Cancel. We'll come back for this pocket later on. It's Florida. Who wants to be in Florida? Alright, you're there, you're there, you're there. Cancel. Go there. Excellent. Oh, these guys are already running away. But running into a place where we're attacking. But they are just going to keep pushing. But there's the push towards Chicago. And we're really looking to starve these guys out if we can. Much infrastructure. I'm going to go and trim this down here. So that we're only doing the one extra. I mean, we'll have to revisit it. But repair is very quick. And probably a priority right now. Alright, so they're cleaning that up a little bit, but that's okay. Red group, I'm going to, because you're going to be confused otherwise, I'm going to tell you. Remove that as a front. Yeah, you just chill out a bit. We will do an attack. Yeah, that way, and then you can participate in it. Wonderful. Okay. I'm going to get you to come down here. You're going to stop. As soon as your buddy arrives, the two of you are going to attack into the airport. I guess I can do this while I'm waiting. And that too. Alright, speed 4, just temporarily. Make sure I'm not being invaded. I think it's been a long time since they've actually done an invasion. These markers are never going away, because I think we keep hearing rumors that they're planning one, but they're never actually executing it. Maybe they've got enough vision and they know it's being too well defended, so like their generals are saying, oh, we can't execute this plan right now. So they don't ever execute it. I suspect that's probably what goes on. There we go. Just try to finish that push, clean it out, then we'll do the same thing over here. I actually have... Oh, maybe that's where that guy went. Got assigned to an army inappropriately, because I definitely do not want cavalry units as part of my real armies here. Their only job is to speedily grab some territory. Alright, gold group, excellent. Excellent. Very close to Chicago. And it'll be really interesting to see exactly what happens to the U.S. Supply lines at that point. We're still very thin here, though. And let's go and spam these out. Oops, not add. To do this, but I gotta remove 4 of these guys. Deselect you. Add you there, but then I gotta remove 3 of them. And I do here instead. Okay. Which didn't really update this battle plan correctly. There you go. 12. And the same is probably true for the red one. But the red one's kind of broken. We got to redraw it actually in a second. Operational destruction is done. We want... Oh, fighter agility. Yeah. Let's do that. Free military factories. Again, I'll keep going with just the weapons for now. We'll have to figure something out better later on. Red group, I'm going to destroy your front line. And you're going to get a new one. Pure East Coast awesome. Go. I realize you're not all assigned to it because right now our front line is a little bit mangled. Yeah, we definitely need a little bit more. Tell you what, you go and assist in this right now. And the others are coming as well. There we are. And then we'll have to chase them into Miami, which will have... Well, what's the terrain here? It might not actually count as a city. Doesn't look like it, actually. Good. Chase in there. Finish these guys off completely. And then we can make sure that the red squad, or the red army, is all in one. More factories. It's because you keep grabbing them. Most of them are going to be damaged, but that's going to be okay. More factories. Could work on the naval bombers. More tanks. They're still level 2 tanks, though, so I don't know if I care about that too much. Anything we're short on? Infantry equipment, yeah. I think for now it's fine if I just keep doing this. Again, we're kind of going to get crap actual production rates on the basis that we don't have the steel. But at least we can still sort of brute force it. Steel or no steel. These guys keep swapping spots, which is kind of hilarious. Wherever they arrive with no organization, though, so they more or less get instantly bopped. And then finally, there we go. Properly overrun, stack wiped. Clear up Miami. Another naval invasion, but not really. As far as I can tell. Brazilian Socialist Republic. I love that El Salvador doesn't get in the way of my name. Makes me very happy. Alright, gold. Making some moves. This is looking a little funny. Oh, and potentially workable, which is nice. And there we go. Chicago has fallen. What does that do for the U.S. morale? A fair drop as is. In fact, I'm going to clear the instructions for Teal over here. I'm going to give you a new relatively small front line, say around here, and tell you to work on taking Detroit and go. They're like, Detroit, but why would we want to do that? Well, just trust me. That actually might be enough to break them without us ever taking the capital because of their low national unity. Okay, red, you are all set up. So I'm going to make sure that all of red, there we go, 24 divisions is assigned to go there. It's kind of funny that it looks like it's going to flow from here, but I guess it's because red is such a long freaking front line. But that's okay. Oh yeah, and you, cavalry. See if you can sneak in there. It looks like there's a bit of a hole. Really don't need much in the way of victory points. Indianapolis is about to fall. We've pushed, not quite to Canada, but we're getting very, very, very close. And we don't really want to fight in Canada because the infrastructure and the terrain is just so unpleasant. And I say that having started from the jungle and the mountains, it's really rough. And we've got more factories. Excellent. We're capturing so many in a go. It's just ludicrous. Ludicrous. There you go. Well, may as well finish that tree. All right. Well, it's time to put in another cut. Whoo! I think the U.S. is going to capitulate very, very, very soon. Very soon. Taking Detroit might not be enough, but we are taking a few other victory points along the way. And so it's not going to take that much more to get in there. This might be a little crazy. Try to do something like that. Thanks for watching. See you next time.